I'm not getting the confirmation email. Okay. This was not something I was expecting. I just checked it. This game, I played it in December 2024. Oh god, it's been a year and a quarter. Oh no. First time I played this, when I played this game, I was 20 and now I'm 22. Fuck me. Not great. I loved this game. It was very fun, very emotional. My only criticism I really had, I didn't even actually really bring it up on the stream, it was only after. Basically, it was just kind of the ending. I've mentioned this in the previous stream. Is that I interpreted the game as kind of a look at nihilism and relationships. Every game is about fucking nihilism. Because of course, spoilers, the game starts with Neva dying, though you don't know it. You just know that it's a wolf, dog, baby dying. And then the game ends with the same scene. And I didn't originally pick up on the fact it's literally the same thing. As in, the game starts with the end of the game, and then it flashes back to the year before the end, and then gives you the year leading up to it. I thought it was more of like a cycle of suffering, but finding meaning in it anyway, which I find way more compelling than was the actual intent. Which seems as simple as, oh, you didn't care as much at the start, but now we have context, now you do, is way less interesting thematically to me. And I don't get why they did that. But I still thoroughly enjoyed the game. It's only like 4 hours long, 4.5 hours, I think. It was made by the developers of Gris, or Gree, well, I don't fucking know. Which is a game I played quite a few years ago now. Oh dear. And I loved that. I played that on Switch. So I trusted this game to be good, and I think it's way better than Gris. But I thought Gris was also really good in its own right. Gris is a lot more artsy than this. Gris is a lot more symbolism and very abstract shit, whilst this is more of an actual conventional narrative, though again. Yeah. Very creative art style. The music in this game is fucking fantastic. There isn't a huge amount of variety in music from what I remember, but what is here is fucking beautiful. It's one of those games where I keep it in my home screen just to hear the music as I scroll past it. So last week I've had the game installed, waiting for the DLC to release. It released 5 days ago now. So I've had it installed for like the last 10 days, waiting for DLC to be installed, and then trying to get through Genshin Impact story before this. And I've just occasionally scrolled over and be like, oh my god, the menu theme. Oh my god, I love it, and then just clicking off of it. It's a wonderful soundtrack. I've spent a lot of time listening to it after completing the game. But yeah. So, I think it was at the PlayStation State of Play a couple weeks ago now. They just out of the fucking blue said, hey, we're doing a DLC. And it's like, okay, what? Fuck? And it's out. The DLC only cost a $5. I think the full game cost 20 quid. Full game was 4.5 hours. I'm expecting the DLC to be 2 hours, maybe less. So I don't think this will take long to complete. I believe it's a prologue, which is why I titled the stream that. I could be wrong. It's kind of weird. It's just here and me, just says DLC rather than like prologue or anything. But yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to say. I did write about this game in a university essay I wrote. I didn't get that good of a grade, though it wasn't because that was a fun situation. So our examiner basically told us that we didn't need to use academic resources that much. So I said, okay. So I wrote my essay without using any academic resources. I didn't cite any academic sources. And then he gave me, it's still like a good mark, but wasn't like that good of a mark. A 62 out of 100, which like isn't bad, but it's not particularly good either. I mean, a 42 is a pass, I think. Yeah, 42 is a pass. I got a 62, so like it's good. Like 42 is a pass. Somewhere in the 50s is like it was an okay pass, and then the 60s where it like starts to be these are good marks, which you should actually like be somewhat proud of, and then 70 is like that's pretty damn good, and then 80s is like you're as good as your professors, and then 90s is you're better than your professors. Why are you even here? But yeah, so I got marked down for not using academic resources, but what I actually wrote, he said, was very good. That was largely about this game. Like it was like a 2,000 something word essay. I'd say 300 of those words at least. No, probably more like 500, 700 or something. It was a good portion of the essay was about Neva. It was about gameplay mechanics. Anyway, let's go. Prologue. Chapters. Can we see how many there's going to be? No. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Oh, no. Yeah, I doubt it's going to be that long, but let's see. Yeah, don't ever show his game to an EFAP cast, because they'll probably have a fit over the fact that the lead is a black woman. Alright, we're in. Right, so from what I remember, the gameplay was fairly simple. Jump, attack, dodge roll, and then I think right trigger was command Neva, which we can't do yet. I'm gonna do an Instagram post about this again. I don't think I ever got around to posting clips from the original game. I only posted screenshots, I think. Oh. I've already taken 3 screenshots. Also glad this came out, because that means the studio is alive and well. Like right now, I'm scared for the Celeste developers. So they cancelled Earthblade, and now that means they haven't released a game in 6 years. 7 actually. Celeste was 2018. Bitch. You bitch. I don't think this game ever got like particularly difficult. The final boss was Sephiroth, though. There's something I was going to say there, wasn't I? I lost it. Let's not. Yeah, so the Celestes having. I worry about them keeping financially stable and having ideas for what they want to do next. I also do worry for developers Until Then, because Until Then was fairly successful, but it wasn't as successful as a Celeste comparatively, I don't think. And since Until Then isn't really a speedrun game, so it has less stuff to give it longevity as well. It's like they said they were working on a DLC. It was supposed to be released last year, and it didn't, and now we don't know when it's coming out. Last they said they're still working on it, but you know, so it's just really worrying nowadays when a game dev studio says, "Hey, we have to fuck." When we say we have to cancel our plans, because that can spell death. Yes. Well, I'm dead. Ow. Yeah. Keep accidentally double jumping instead of actually landing on the thing. That's what's fucking me. Let's go. Motherfuckers. And I loved how this game evolved from Gris, because Gris was purely a platformer and very just atmospheric, kind of focused on that. It did have like some puzzles, I think. But this actually has a lot of combat in it, and it's good. Yes. Was there something I could use to avoid it there? I couldn't see it. That was very fucking close. Well, I just missed something, didn't I? Oh yeah, checkpoint. Can I jump? Okay, I guess I can jump up. We used to go a little bit faster. Well. Okay. Well. I'm getting Silk Song vibes for this, honestly, so far, but not necessarily in the bad way. Not in the terribly designed way, more so in just the it's a difficult challenge way. This is tough. Oh, hang on a second. I do love with Until Then. I don't get it with a lot of stuff, right? Like with Until Then, it's an interesting phenomenon. It's normal in the wild to come across someone like a Genshin profile picture or like a Master Chief profile picture, right? But for some reason, it's just a trend among us Until Then fans. We're like, I of course have Catherine as my profile picture on Instagram and YouTube. And whenever an Until Then fan sees me, they immediately reply very enthusiastically, Until Then fan spotted. And it's always just really fun. Whereas, like, with other things, no one really seems to give a fuck. I think there's something in, like, knowing that we're fellow enjoyers of a fairly niche indie game. Which I guess makes people burst out to connect with people. It's very sweet, I love it. And it happens fairly often, like at least like once a week. Baby. Oh boy. Sorry. Alright. Well. Am I supposed to get 2 in a row? It's dead now, I think. Okay, kill me. Just meet it halfway. There we go. How the fuck did Neva do all this parkour? It's over to my left here, though. Nothing. Cool. Reach that. Jesus. No, that's already too far. I'm so close. Well. Never gonna find out right, it's over to the left. Well. Oh, I remember you fuckers. Shit. You bitch. Did Gris come out before or after Hollow Knight? Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, what came first, Gris or Hollow Knight? See, I'm over it, there was a big pause between Gris and this. Well, this doesn't look great. Neva. You good? Oh boy. Hang on. Shit. I think I recognize this. You coming? Sorry, Neva, I'm not sure how to help you here. Here we are. I've... Barely. Two of these fuckers are this is crazy. Okay, let's do this. Okay. my god. Contact damage. Fucking contact damage. I remember that being a problem in the first game. I remember complaining about inconsistent contact damage. Fuck's sake. The thing is, when they put their arms up like that, it then becomes a fucking shield. I mean, you can't hit either of them because they're stood on top of each other. They're fucking protecting each other. Fucking contact damage. Die. I got you. Are you telling me that wasn't the final boss of this? Oh boy. It's always this area, yeah. Honestly, buddy, if I drop you, we can both run faster. But alright, I'll keep going, yeah. How did that get me? Keep going. Just keep running. Oh, Jesus. RT Games should play this. This would be right up RT Games' alley. Oh, God. Okay, does it see us if it... Yep. Scarecrow. Motherfucker. No! See you in a minute, bud. Hang on, I want to get a screenshot of this. For some reason, at some point I set it so that, like, if I'm taking a clip or doing a screenshot, and, like, when I take a screenshot or anything, it pops up in, like, the bottom of the upper right with, like, a notification that it's done. For some reason, that's now caught in the, if I take another screenshot or another clip, it then shows the notification in that screenshot, and obviously it's fucking awful. It means I can't take screenshots in rapid succession, but I can't figure out how to turn it off. I know it's not on by default. I somehow turned it on at some point, and I can't remember how to turn it off. It's driving me mad, so I was looking at it last night. I couldn't figure it out. Oh, we got some of these fuckers scattered around the DLC. Oh, so we've missed all of those. Let's get this one at least. That's very lucky. You. Bitch. Not great. Not great. Do we have to put Neva down? So I just don't make that. Running as fast as I can. Well, we're dead. Maybe not quite. Jesus Christ. That's not great. Now his fucking has to die. Yeah, he disappeared. No, let's get the thing. I really thought that was going to be a breakable floor there. I don't know how to do this. I don't think I have enough airtime there to. Also, it does also my controller LED is changing to yellow along with the environment, which is cool. Oh, God. That. Okay. Is it dead or? I really thought the double fuckers was the end, man. I really thought that was about to be the final challenge. Jump scare. I think I saw that little fucking hairball looking ass fucking thing, yep. Okay, I thought it was going to be a monster. I guess just a flower or something, I don't know. What did that do for me? Man, no. there something down there, though? I'm gonna go for a brief moment. Then I'm sure there's not much left, I feel. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention of Starburst Stream. I just reinstalled Honkai Star Rail because there's like giving out loads of freebies. They deleted my pool pity, or at least made it so I can't see it. I did one 10 pool and I got Evernight, and I was like, okay, sure. And then I did another 10 pool and I got Hislins. Hislins? I don't know. And I was like, okay, 2 limited 5 stars in 20 pools. And I posted that clip. It was really funny. I wish I had that kind of luck with Genshin, because also the other day on Zealous Zone 0, after I got Suna, I then spent another 10 pools. I then lost my 50-50, but at only 10 pity anyway. And I got a Von Lycaon, and I was like, alright, cool. Good, so that means my next 50-50 is guaranteed. And then I spent another 10 pools, and then I got Yijuan. So, yeah, my pool luck on everything but Genshin is kind of fucking insane right now. But on everything but Genshin, it is so aggravating, because I don't really have any intentions of returning to Star Rail. It was so overwhelming. There's like 50 UI tabs telling me of new shit I can do, and I was not interested in any of it. But I guess I have the characters now. If I ever want to go back to Star Rail, I have Evernight and Hislins, who I think is like a support for Kafka and Black Swan, which is why I picked her up. I don't really know what Evernight does. I just know she's a Remembrance. I think she's a DPS. I think she's supported by Remembrance still. So, fuck it, wherever. Yeah, that's lit up now. Yeah, I wish I could have that kind of luck with Genshin. I mean, I did once in the past. Back in the day, I think I got 3 5-stars in a single temple. I think. When I was pulling for Raiden C2. I at least got Jean and Raiden in... No, I think it was... I don't think it was 3 in 1. I think it was 2 in 1. I think I got a Jean and then a Raiden in the same temple. And that's how I got Raiden C2. Which, of course, I now don't use. God, I hope I go back and buff Raiden. Because she fucking needs it. I'm stupid. Why did I fuck up? I do regret spending the money I spent on Star Rail, because it was a fair bit. I think like 200 quid. Which is more than a fair bit, is a lot. But relative to what I've spent on other free-to-play games, Genshin and Warframe, it's not too much. I've spent a lot of money on Warframe over the years, but at least I can justify that, because Warframe's given me a lot of time. Whereas in contrast, I've spent like 200 quid on Star Rail, and I've played Star Rail for like 300 hours. The way I view it is value for money in terms of like hours played. Like, what benefit is that to me? That's the way I like to look at it, and from that perspective, Warframe's given me a lot, Genshin's given me quite a lot as well. Star Rail, I shouldn't have invested in it. I have put best part of probably 100 quid into Xenosaga Zero as well, which, honestly, the main reason why I haven't played much of Xenosaga Zero is just because I'm too busy playing other shit. Because unfortunately, it just came out at a really inconvenient time. It came out really buggy and unplayable. By the time we got it patched, I was well into working on uni projects, and so now I just don't really have the time to play it. But I do enjoy Xenosaga Zero, what I've played of it. Granted, the story is a bit naff. There's so much implied lore in this game. Why is this place like this? What happens to the people that presumably used to live here? Are they the corruption monsters we're fighting? I think it's called the corruption. I don't think it's ever called it anywhere in game, but I think the soundtrack refers to the major boss fights as kings and queens of corruption. Oh boy. This one first. Once you realise you can just dodge roll through him, you don't have to wait for him to attack, that makes it a lot easier. Or be a little bit confident. That was a cheap shot. He spawned on top of me! Eat shit. Also, this game takes up a surprising amount of storage space. I think it takes up like 6 gigabytes. Which isn't a lot, but I would have expected this game to only be like 1 or 2. I'm thinking, honestly, that like they don't use modular assets. I feel like maybe everything is individually designed. Totem. Almost didn't see this. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Don't know why I did that. Oh, okay, I see what to do. Neva's been in that guy's belly for like quite a while now, to be honest. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna assume we can go along the top there. Well, nah, fucked it. No, we can recover, okay, good. Why do you double jump? didn't. You double jumped. Well, I don't know what happened there, but it wasn't what was supposed to happen. Oh no, do I actually have to fucking reset? Do I actually have to fucking go back now? I can't make that now. Oh my god, it wasn't even my fucking fault, man. Okay, how far back am I? Do I have to restart the whole thing? Is that actually making me restart? I don't know. No, we can't make that. I don't think I need to hit this. Yeah, I think I can make that without. No, for some reason she double jumps instead of jumping like a normal person. Jesus, that took longer than it probably should have. Man, I still remember that fucking wolf fight quite clear as day. That boss fight was so fucking good. Okay. Well. I know what contact damage is like on this fella. Yeah, it exists. I think one way to spice up the combat a little bit further, I think the combat's good as is, but I think one way could be made even better is if there was like a way to sacrifice your health bars to use abilities. That could be really interesting. I really wanted that extra bit of health. Right, from the top. Final boss of base game was just fucking Sephiroth. Wasn't some big fella. This is arguably like a bigger threat than the final boss of the first game. I keep saying first game as if it's a sequel. I keep thinking that's the fucking face extension. God, I love contact damage. My eyes irritated, I can't fucking see. Hang on, I actually can't see. Something got in my eye. Fuck me. Well, we're dead. God, I fucking love contact damage. I feel like thanks to Silksong, there's just a general movement of people hating contact damage now. This Silksong handled it so badly. Don't spawn ads, please. Let's go. I love it. This is Silksong's design philosophy actually done right. Like a DLC which is harder than the base game, but actually done well. Yes, I still fucking hate Silksong. And I still fucking hate contact damage. Fucking die. Alrighty. There you go. So in terms of, let me clip that. DLC specific credits. This is a very small team, right? Like in terms of gameplay, I really like that. It's been too long. I can't remember really what's new. I don't remember those big fuckers being in the base game. But insofar as they were used, I thought they were fairly interesting. I thought the fellas who made us jump higher, that was interesting. I don't think I necessarily picked up on much like new music in this one. The visuals were still just as on point as the original. For one kind of issue I have is that it still has some of the same problems as the base game did, and the fucking nonsensical fucking contact damage. I hate it. But also, like, story-wise, this was just a prologue. It didn't add that much to the story. It was still nice. Very sweet. It was still nice, but narratively, it wasn't as deep as a base game, which I mean is a £5 DLC. So it really wasn't going to be. Not to mention, this was like a very one and done, self-contained story, right? Like that's the thing with like Stranger Things was designed for one season. Those characters were designed for one season. There was a little bit of room for them to take the characters further. Problem is with them, they just go into a cycle of just giving the characters the same arc in every season. Like in every season of Stranger Things, Hopper just wants to fucking kill himself for some reason. Especially in Stranger Things 5, it's just kind of fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's like when you design a story to be like very self-contained, it's then very difficult to add on to it with a sequel or even a prologue. Because you have to maintain continuity. So I can't really be that mad that narratively it didn't really add much, but it still did have interesting mechanical storytelling in having to carry Neva. I thought that was very cool. It didn't just repeat the game. It wasn't just more of the base game. It added a little bit of extra challenge. It added in some new mechanics. It was cool. And obviously I am following the studio. Do I have social media? Nevada Studio. When did Gris release? "2018. So yeah, a while ago. And I probably played it like 2019. Actually, no, probably a little bit later than that. Actually, probably like 2021. 2021 feels right. But yeah, so I'm keeping my eye on the studio, and anything released in future, I absolutely will play 1000%. This is about what I was expecting for a DLC. I wasn't expecting it to be as hard as it was. Granted, I think a little bit of as having just not played the game in a year. In fact, they kind of do throw you not straight into a deep end, but it gets fairly hard, fairly quick. And also, this was a depowering fantasy. They deliberately, if I remember correctly, in the base game, you can fucking command Neva to, like, fucking savage enemies. He fucking flies at them and fucking starts eating them and shit, and stuns them whilst you go deal with other enemies. And he has, like, AoE attacks and shit. But Neva goes sicko mode. Whereas in this, we just had our sword. So it's deliberately taking away the power that we obtained in the base game to kind of emphasize the journey of Neva there. So yeah, I think it's good just adding a little bit more context to the game. But the other problem is, of course, narratively, this follows on from, I think I forgot to say this at the start as well, narratively, this follows on from the one thing I didn't like about narrative, which is that the thing is, it is a bait and switch. I've seen some people say, no, it's obvious from the start, it's not a twist that the beginning of the game is also the ending of the game. It is a twist because of the fucking dog boss fight. And also the fact that you start and end the game with one dog. Like the fact that you have the fucking dog boss fight in hell, like halfway through the game, strongly implies that dog that you fight is the fucking corrupted remains of the dog from the start of the game. So it is a twist. And I don't think it's a twist which makes the story any better, and unfortunately this prologue operates off of that twist. It shows you how you met Neva. When originally I thought the way you met Neva was that you, at some point in the past, met Neva's parent, and then Neva's parent gave birth to Neva. But no, it's actually the first dog is unnamed. No, idiot. The first dog is Neva, and then the second dog is actually unnamed, and you don't actually spend any of the game with that dog. Other than the very end. And, oh god, now I'm just remembering the final chapter, summer. Oh god. Was it spring? I don't remember. Oh god, that is brutal. Oh fuck. Jesus. But I mean, that goes to show how fucking amazing the base game is, that even after over a year of not playing it, or particularly thinking about it all that much. So also, the essay I wrote about the game, I wrote that like 2 weeks after I played it, by the way. It wasn't like 6 months later or anything, it was 2 weeks. This game hasn't really re-entered my consciousness much since then. I've thought about it on occasion, like when I list like good games I've played in the last couple of years has come up. When I think about games soundtracks I like in recent years, it comes up, but it's not actively in my brain, because as far as I was aware, it was a one and done thing. So, and I thought it'll probably be another like 6 years until the developers put out their next game, so I'll just compartmentalize this away for now. So yeah, I haven't really thought about this game that much in over a year, and God, it's actually still making me cry. But yeah, so as far as the prologue goes, I think that DLC is good. It didn't really do anything outstanding, but it was just an extra bit of Neva for people who want extra bit of Neva, and I like that. That's all good. Definitely is, some people probably hate the value for money. I died a couple times, I took a brief pause, I screenshot a bunch of stuff. So it took me like an hour 20 to beat the whole game. But I can already see here, I can see some people beat it in 50 minutes, so So yeah, it's not a very long DLC, and it costs, I think it was like a fiver, which isn't a lot of money, but still, that's, again, I measure games' monetary value in terms of money spent per hour. And so, like, for example, Metal Gear Rising is like, actually, well, I mean, I got Metal Gear Rising for like 15 quid, and it's an 8 hour long game, and then multiple playthroughs. So if you only play Metal Gear Rising once, you're paying about like 2 quid an hour. If you play it multiple times, then you're paying much less. And it's a very good game, so it's well worth that. Genshin, I have spent a lot of money on Genshin, but also it's given me 2,000 hours, most of which I've enjoyed. Warframe, I've probably spent like a fucking grand on Warframe, honestly. That, which sounds bad, but that's over a period of over 10 years now. Jesus Christ. Just over 10 years. 10 years and 1 month. Actually, holy shit, wait, what day is it today? Monday 23rd. Literally 10 years, 1 month, and like 2 days. I think I started playing Warframe on January 21st, 2016. So it's been almost exactly 10 years, 1 month, and like 2 days. So when you put that into context, then 100 grand, 10, what? It's not 1 grand, it's 100 quid a year, which is not nearly as bad. And obviously I've gone 7,000 hours out of Warframe. Obviously I can't count it anymore. But I've gone a lot of hours out of Warframe and been playing it for half of my fucking life. So like it's justifiable to spend that money. Point is, some people probably wouldn't like that you're spending 5 quid on a 50-minute DLC. So you're spending over 5 quid per hour that you play this DLC for, effectively, which is not a good efficiency. But it's a good 50 minutes, but it's not a mind-blowing 50 minutes. So I can see someone complaining about that, but I think that's kind of really irrelevant. I find it hard to complain about the price of single-player games, because they aren't trying to nickel and dime you. Not unless they sell, like, fucking skins and shit for a single-player game. I don't find it... You can't really get mad about it, because they're just trying to make back for money. Whereas obviously you can get mad about fucking loot boxes and gambling and battle passes and shit. Let's see chapters. We got 2 or 5 thingy-mabobbers. And in the main story, we got most of them, but not all. Yeah. This level's fucking... Oh, God. Yeah, so I am excited for whatever these guys put out next, because as far as I'm aware, Gris and Neva are their only 2 games. And they're both hits. They are both fucking brilliant. Like, Gris is a really good game, but maybe not quite my cup of tea. No, I still like it, but I don't like it that much. Whereas this, like, I put this on, like, my top 20 favourite games ever, potentially. It's really up there. But yeah, but really isn't much more to say. I guess I'll take a brief break, I'll have a drink, and then we're gonna continue with the Genshin story. And I would like to think that this DLC is like a way for the devs to get some funding together for their next project. I would like to think that's why this is so short, yet costs a little bit of money. Just in general, with the current state of the games industry, it is a really risky time to be indie game developer. I feel like you either pop off and you go viral, or you completely fail. There's no in between. I feel like nowadays. Same kind of goes for AAA games as well. Either you're the top or you're the bottom. God damn, that's what she said. Is it? I don't know. um, yes, I worry about modern indie studios, especially the ones who put out fucking bangers, because just because you put out one of the best games ever made doesn't mean that your studio is safe anymore. Especially if you're owned by Xbox or PlayStation. Blue Point Games, they got shut down. Um, was the version of Shadow of Colossus I played made by them? I don't think it was. I think what I played was a graphical remaster of the original, whereas what they made was a remake. Granted, again, it's kind of just mostly just a graphical remaster, but I don't think I played what they made. So I don't think I've ever played any of their games, but yeah, that sucks for them. It's so silly. It's awful. But if they were the ones that developed the version of Shadow of Colossus I played, I can't feel that much pity for them because I fucking hated Shadow of Colossus. Still, to date, one of the worst experiences I've ever had playing a game. Awful. um, okay, jolly good. I'm glad I played this.